Hi, my name is Dee, and I'm here to share a true story from my life, one of the moments God used to reveal who I am in Him. For a year, I had been asking God, who am I? Who did you create me to be? But it wasn't until I stepped into a land where I was a stranger, in a new state far from everything and everyone I'd ever known, that He answered me. Seer. A seer? I didn't know the weight of that word yet. All I knew was that God had moved me over 1,000 miles away from my family, my friends, and my entire upbringing. I was in a place my bloodline had never touched. I was isolated, foreign, and completely new. And that is where this story begins. She was sweet, patient, and very thorough. She taught me the EHR system, the workflow, everything I needed to do my job well. One day during training, we started making small talk. Our backgrounds, our work experience, the departments we'd been in, the software we knew. We even shared a few funny patient stories. I mentioned how much I enjoyed growing in the gift God had given me while working in the medical field. That got her attention. She asked, "What gift is that?" I answered, "God tells me things about people. He reveals things that are hidden." She laughed it off and teased me, joking about seeing the future and knowing people's secrets. I could tell she didn't take me seriously. I said calmly, "It's real. Why would I lie about something like that?" Mocking, she asked, "Well, what is God telling you about me?" I was a little insulted. I told her, "Be careful what you ask for. You might not like the answer." I walked away, went into the bathroom, looked in the mirror, and prayed. "God, she thinks I'm playing. What can I tell her so she'll know this is real?" And He put it in my heart. Ask her for her birthday. I returned and asked, "Susan, what's your birthday?" She told me. I took her date, looked up the biblical meaning, and it connected to a scripture about marriage. A warning. I told her, "You asked what God is telling me about you. He's giving you a warning about your marriage." She was shocked. She asked, "How did you know I was married?" I said, "I didn't," as I looked down at her naked ring finger. I went to my desk and wrote down a scripture from Ephesians about marriage and handed it to her on a sticky note. She stared at it for nearly 3 hours. Next morning, Susan pulled me aside and said, "It's crazy that you gave me that note." Then she confessed, "I'm married, I have 2 sons, and well, I've been talking to my high school first love. He just came back into my life." I told her gently, "God is warning you. You're married. You shouldn't be doing that." She nodded, and we left it at that as she continues to look down at the sticky note on her desk. Weeks passed. We barely spoke, just simple greetings. Then one Friday night, I felt uneasy. It felt like emptiness, like there was something missing. So, when I was home, I prayed, "God, I don't know what this feeling is, but if something needs to be revealed, show me." That night, I had a dream. In this dream, I was in an all-white room. White walls, white bed, white door. I was standing in the corner, and across opposite of me, there was a man who was sitting uprightly on the bed. He didn't see me. When suddenly Susan walked in the room, the man jumped up in rage and walked towards her. They couldn't see me. I was frightened for her. I didn't know this man, but obviously Susan knew him. Was this her husband? What is going on? The man picked up a heavy book and struck Susan in the face repeatedly, but she felt nothing. No pain, no emotion, not even bruises. I yelled, "Say something!" But she stood still, silent. The dream faded out on the man's words. "Who is he?" And my own voice pleading, "Say something." Then a second dream began, like a show's to be continued. Same room, same man. But this time Susan walked in holding an old Smith and Wess. Emotionless, she approached him. I yelled for her to stop, but she kept walking, and it went off. The sound woke me up instantly.